Hello, welcome to Connie Talk, and this is Connie Lang. Today, we are delighted to invite the chairman of the Hong Kong Productivity Council, Mr. Sunny Tan, to join our interview. Thank you, Sunny, for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Well, very important. How can we miss you? Well, being the youngest son of the Dr. Tan Siu-lin family, you have been engaged in the manufacturing industry for the longest time, right? So, how is your thought about that?
I think we feel very proud of being in a family business where we are in manufacturing.
Yes.
We are making garments, handbags. We make people wear nicely. I think it's a very happy thing.
So how is your expertise can also contribute to the development of the Hong Kong Productivity Council?
I think for my business background,
Right.
that allows me to reinforce with our team in terms of result, in terms of service. We are also very much into technologies,
Yes.
application to industrial development.
Right.
This is an area that we need to continue to innovate. And to have the right knowledge about the industry development, macro development. I think for me, having that exposure, especially with our trade and industrial organizations,
Right.
our international connections, these are very important that I think I can bring to HKPC along with our council members. I think we have very diverse council membership.
Big team.
And all these people, they have very great background
Right.
that can contribute to the development of HKPC, and I can see that we have instilled a very strong. I will not say aggressive, but they are very proactive
Right.
culture in embracing change because industry will continue to change, and we got to be ahead of the game so that we know how to service our industry.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And while many people consider the manufacturing industry as a sunset industry, but of course I don't see it that way, right? But how do you see it, and how do you think your role and also HKPC's role can help to revitalize from your perspective?
I think as long as there's a demand for certain product, that will not be a sunset industry.
Yeah.
So for some traditional industry like us, apparel or maybe footwear, those are traditional but not sunset.
Well, it's a necessity, I would think.
This is necessity.
Right.
I think if we don't innovate, okay, we will become obsolete. So I think that's the key. For us, HKPC, we need to work with the industry to continue to innovate in terms of maybe material, maybe manufacturing process, supply chain management, digitalization.
Right.
On the shop floor, we can look into more into AI and robotics. So all these new technology is an enabler for us to compete and to strengthen our supply chain, our manufacturing capability, and also the quality, so that we can compete. And in the market, we need to understand what will be the demand. For example, for the US market, Europe market, ASEAN, China, these are important and big markets, and we have different ways to compete. And I think in Hong Kong, all the manufacturers or even us, we are here to expand, but at the same time, it's really focusing on how we apply the innovation and technology.
Yes, I understand. So with that, would make in Hong Kong still a very good brand to promote on a global basis? Like, say, how do you add the Hong Kong elements to this?
I would say Hong Kong has a very, very good brand in terms of manufacturing made in Hong Kong, but also Hong Kong is a very, very strong in professional service.
Right.
So it's the people and the service that we feel very proud about.
Right.
So when we combine the two, it makes the manufacturing and manufacturing related services, sometimes we call producer services,
It's a
to be very, very important and very competitive. In the past, maybe like 50 years ago, we might be really making a piece of garments. But of course, our GDP per capita goes up, wages goes up. So we will not be really doing the low value added job, but then we are moving on to higher value, which means the producer services, design, testing, right? Logistics and related manufacturing services. But at the same time, high-end production. It could be maybe fully automated, but can be customizable manufacturing for apparel, for bags, for shoes. But also we are expanding into more high-end, high-tech industries. For example, in Hong Kong, you may not know, but we have a company making coffee machines, smart coffee machines.
Really?
Okay.
Oh,
We do have company that makes security devices
security device
in
means.
terms of the machine itself, the camera, all these
Oh, you mean
systems.
CCTV systems, surveillance?
Yes, we do. So
Oh, I'm not aware of that.
it's people may not be aware of it.
No.
We are also very good at we call the healthcare product, life science products production, because Made in Hong Kong has a very strong reputation that we do take things seriously in terms of compliance, products, ingredients, sustainability, traceability.
I see.
So we have that very strong branding. And also, I think we are very well known with our integrity.
For sure.
So when people buy, especially if you're taking some supplement medicine, you feel safe. So Hong Kong has a very, very strong brand.
Like many people think that Hong Kong, as part of the GBA, is combining the manufacturing capability within the Greater Bay Area and via Hong Kong to go abroad. So how do you see yourself, HKPC, and also the industry to accommodate with this system?
The GBA concept was being brought up by our chairman, Xi.
Yes.
At the very, very beginning.
Yes.
And his vision is very, very well thought through, because when we really have a cluster like a GBA, we can leverage the strength of all these cities. It's 9 plus 2, 11, right? The strength of all these cities, and to maximize the operational efficiency and effectiveness so that we can build a very strong supply chain.
For sure.
Okay, the supply chain makes us competitive.
Which is a cluster of different
Yes,
companies.
when we need to take in a big order, we can react very fast. From the manufacturing to my raw material to my machines to my parts.
Right.
But then when my order is low, we can also adjust.
Right.
But the adjustment may not come from one market. Hong Kong can serve multiple markets.
Yes, for sure.
And at the same time, GBA has a very big population size, meaning there's also a very strong consumer market by itself.
Yes.
So from demand itself, from supply itself, GBA is a very strong cluster.
For sure.
Then, in terms of technology, right? We have Shenzhen, we have
Yes.
Hong Kong.
Yes.
From manufacturing side, we also have like places like Dongguan.
Yeah.
In terms of maybe more multicultural art history with Guangzhou, right?
Yes, yes.
And so all these things, we are leveraging every one of these cities
Right.
to maximize
On
and to
their
make
forte.
strong.
Yeah, on their forte, and then utilize that.
Yes.
So, as one of the very important youth leader in the community, so how do you see your role can help to nurture the youth to get into the manufacturing industry?
Number one, we have to expose the youth about the manufacturing industry or the industrial sector. A lot of people may know more or being exposed more into service. Let's say banking, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people also be in banking, want to be in medical side. They want to become a lawyer, right? Professionals. Yeah, those are great jobs, but it doesn't mean that manufacturing is not a good job.
It's equally good.
In
or
fact,
maybe even better.
in fact, the world, we need manufacturing so that we have all the products, right? So there's tremendous opportunity in place, but people may not know much. So having the exposure, we want to bring them to people to come to HKPC to have a visit to really witness what is the latest technology. Our youth needs to be more exposed. So get them to go to China, visit other countries. I mean, at least in Asia, we have very strong industries in Japan, right? In Korea, and then further out, it could be US or even Germany, for example, right?
Right.
So the exposure would gives us the right view.
while getting them to know and then grow from there, and also to get the best internationally and then serve our motherland.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So how do you see the future of manufacturing for Hong Kong and also Greater China?
I think in the past, Hong Kong was being viewed as a very important trading hub because of tariff, quota, and maybe lack of technology. So you need Hong Kong to really try to clarify all these demand and supply and to place orders to factories and to work with the buyers to get everything clear.
Right.
And Hong Kong's role was being eroded because of the technology advancement. I think our motherland, China, has become better, stronger, more capable, more competitive, right? But now things change because, of course, China is still getting better, but the external environment becomes very unpredictable, very uncertain, and quite messy. In such a messy external environment, now all the buyers, brands, they need to be at a place that can handle this kind of mess and uncertainty. So Hong Kong can be at that hub, become that hub again, because the
Interesting.
supply chain has to be redeployed.
I see.
Okay.
Oh,
the,
that's a point I haven't thought
the
of.
Western market, they used to put it a lot of business in China. They
Yeah.
need to go to somewhere else
Right.
and China, right? So the supply chain planning will be changed again. And our Chinese brands, they are going global.
Right.
Their supply chain also needs to be adjusted.
For sure.
So you can see there will be a China supply chain for domestic market, but the China supply chain for international market, international brand for international market, international brand for China market. And then all the tariff, everything is becoming very messy and uncertain. Things will change all the time. So where is the best place to handle this kind of situation, this kind of business planning?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. All right.
Change is always
Always.
it's always like that. So it is how we Hong Kong as a very accommodative location, providing the stabilizing factor and help everyone to grow from there.
We are very flexible. We are very well connected internationally.
For
So
sure.
if there is an uncertainty, Hong Kong will perform much better than many other cities or countries.
For sure, and we look forward to that, and being proud to have the protection of motherland while we can develop from there, and proud to be someone born from Hong Kong and raised in Hong Kong.
Oh, it's such a wonderful thing that we have such a strong motherland that can be backing us up while we are facing the international market. I always tell people that China is the stabilizer right now.
For sure. For sure, totally agree. Totally agree. So to wrap up our interview, how would you like to what message would you like to share with the audience in a short phrase to wrap up the interview?
I would say a lot of people see manufacturing as a sunset industry, but when I was with a delegation to meet our Gang Ao Ban, okay, Mr. Xia, Xia Baolong 主任, he did mention that we are not really a sunset. Maybe on contrary, his words mean sunrise. Okay, so we can see that manufacturing is important. Whether it's sunset or sunrise, it depends on how we face it, how we manage it, and with our determination with countries, our motherlands, China's committed strategy in developing the industrial sector, for them in going global, for them in leveraging Hong Kong, we see a very bright and I feel confident about the future of manufacturing. But we just need to do it differently. We need to embrace technology. We got to embrace China, our motherland. We got to embrace the future development. It will not be the same manufacturing, but we need to bring our industry to the next level.
For sure. Well, you not only your role as the chairman of HKPC, but as the electrical member representing the industry, I'm sure you're our thought leader and will lead us through to the next generation.
I hope that we all can work together and make it happen.
For sure, for sure. Very much looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Sunny, for accepting our interview and also sharing very good insights with us today.
Thank you, Connie. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So hope you also enjoyed the interview today. And Connie Talk will continue to have very good, like our Sunny, to share good insights with us. And please stay tuned for our show. And until then, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.